No hat today, guys. This is a serious discussion I want to have with you. I went to a party recently, and some of the relationships I saw there were interesting. Like, one of the girls there was, bragging about how she had trained her boyfriend. And I wouldn't consider myself a relationship expert, but I have been happily married for over 3 years, so I think I have some ground to stand on. I have to add in a heart edit of my husband here, apparently. So this is just an overall blanket statement for anybody who is or will ever be in a relationship. You should not have to train your significant other. A relationship should be a partnership. You should both be calling each other out on things and having discussions about the things you don't like that the other person is doing, and then once you come to a conclusion, you change your behavior based on that discussion. But when you say that you've trained your boyfriend, that kind of tells me two things about your relationship. One is that you don't really like them or even kind of respect them as an independent being. And two, your significant other is clearly less invested in your relationship than you are. Your significant other should be pushing you to become a better person, and you should be growing together. I guarantee if you marry this boy you claim to have trained, you're gonna be miserable because he won't do any of the housework out of his own initiative. And you are just gonna hate each other because he's either gonna not do any of the chores or he's gonna do all the chores really poorly because he just doesn't care. And we call that weaponized incompetence. And if you wanna have kids, you wanna have kids with this guy that you essentially had to parent, and now you want him to help parent your kids as well? Do you really think that's gonna go well? And I feel like a lot of times whenever I talk to people who are in these kinds of unhappy relationships, they're always like, well, I've been dating him for so long, it would just kind of have been a waste of my time if we break up now. And I'm telling you right now, that is called the sunk cost fallacy, and your brain is lying to you. Your brain tricks you into thinking that you're never going to be able to build the same kind of trust that you have with this current person because you spent all this time with them. But your brain is lying to you. I guarantee you can build a better relationship with someone else than if you just stay with this guy who you don't really like. But Kristen, I want to have sex. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Jerk off. Oddly enough, I think the stereotype that all men are horrible kind of just enforces the attitude that men don't have to put any effort into the relationship. Why would they put any effort into becoming a better person when people are just willing to date them anyways because that's just how men are? Just viewing all men as shitty just makes you lower your standards. And at the risk of sounding bad, not all men are like that. Men are conscious people. They're not beholden to their hormones any more than women are. I'm not saying you need to go and break up right now, but maybe a conversation is in order, and if things don't change, then I think then you break up. Basically, just don't date someone you don't like. It really comes down to that. But I feel like I've met a lot of people who aren't actually friends with the people they're dating. And at the end of the day, your significant other should be your best friend. Good luck.